Which celebrity gives you the quickest boner once you look at them?
Why does everyone get boners from me? I had a feeling Danny DeVito would be here. His magnum dong attracts all.
Whoever the actor that played Oswald Cobblepot in Batman Returns.
Daddy DeVito.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. As my backup, but I prefer his twin Danny DeVito.
Any man willing to offer me an egg in my trying times less than 3.
The guy from that movie, Twins, you know, the good-looking lad. Danny something, can't remember his last name.
Fuck, marry, kill, all being Danny DeVito, doesn't matter the order.
Danny DeVito, obviously.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito as Penguin. Daisy Ridley, Alexandra Daddario, Natalie Portman, Natalie Dormer, Ygritte from GOT, can't remember the actress's name, Dakota Johnson, Amelia Clarke, Vanessa Hudgens, Isla Fisher, Taylor Swift, Ona Chaplin. Read the first letters.
You ever see Twins? The short one that isn't the Terminator.
Ana de Armas is the sexiest woman I've ever seen. But of course she pales in comparison to Danny DeVito.
Emma Watson. Especially when she puts on a lot of weight, puts on glasses, becomes half bald, and turns into a boy. That description sounds an awful lot like Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
The dad from Matilda.
WTF. I come here to say Danny DeVito, and like 40 people beat me to the punch. Redditors, I'm afraid we're a bunch of sad, fucked in the head people.
That guy from Taxi, the dispatcher, I think. His name was Dan or something. That guy with the magnum dong.
That guy who tried to throw Mama from the train. Danny DeVito, followed closely by Bovine Joni.
She played Wednesday on Addams Family. What's her name? Danny DeVito.
Danny Diesel aka Danny D aka Daniel Nitrous aka Double D aka Danny DeVito.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's brother in Twins.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito, AAAAAAAND, there's my boner. I literally haven't seen a single answer that isn't Danny DeVito. Also, the answer is the male stripper in Friends who also plays Frank Reynolds.
Tough choice, but I get tingles when I think of Danny DeVito. Okay, hand, light skin tone.
No one, because I can control myself. Actually scratch that, that dude who married Rhea Perlman.
That stripper from Friends. Officer Goodbody.
Goddammit Reddit. You never cease to disappoint me with your hive mind-like mentality. Op had a question they were really passionate about. Op woke up in the morning and thought to themselves, I wonder what the general population of Reddit thinks about this. Op got on, spent their time writing up the question, probably ecstatic to find out what everybody's boner felt about this situation, probably even looked forward to seeing some people with the same taste as themselves and shoot the shit about boner material. But then no, Reddit had to fuck everything up as usual. Reddit had to find a way to have a laugh about this. Rather than provide answers, Reddit went along and fucked it up by repeating what the other person said. Oh, that's so fucking funny. Oh yeah? Well, what about Op now? Op can't get an answer now that this tidal wave of shit has already launched. I've got to be the only person here with the common decency to answer. Op, my answer is Danny DeVito.
Emma Watson is a close second, but first choice has to be Danny DeVito.
The short Italian-American guy who played Louis De Palma on the 1980s sitcom Taxi.
Probably an outlier here, but I'm gonna say Danny DeVito.
Demi Lovato. Oops, autocorrect typo, I meant Danny DeVito.
Ditto Devanya.
Damn it, guys. Ask Reddit is a serious place for serious answers. Not some big circle jerk for you assholes. Next time you guys ask a question, I hope You have to suffer through this nonsense. Don't you guys ever worry that answering even the simplest question with such vicious trolling could hurt someone? I worry about that shit all the time and you can't tell me I'm wrong here. Just answer honestly. Owen from Throw Mama from the Train.
I'm not sure of his name, but he's the actor that plays Frank Reynolds in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Def Danny D.
Danny DeVito.
Probably in the minority here, but Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito probably.
Danny DeVito.
Rhea Perlman's husband, Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Unpopular choice, Trashman aka Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito made me lose NNN.
Tough choice. Danny DeVito.
The guy who gives out eggs in trying times. D. I would say an amalgamation of Alexandra Daddario, Heather Graham, Kelly Brook and Liz Hurley. Someone with nice boobs and ass, smooth skin, sultry lips and sexy eyes, along with a few sex scenes I can get myself off to. So yeah, Danny DeVito.
The short guy from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Matilda's father.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's twin brother, Danny DeVito.
Call me old school, but I am really attracted to the guy that played Martini in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Wow. This turned to Danny DeVito circle jerk a lot faster than I anticipated.
What the hell even is this post? I just looked through every single comment here. You want to know something about all the comments? They are all correct. P.S. Only Mr. DeVito gets my boner.
Gotta be Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito, don't even get me started.
Either Margot Robbie or that guy who played the dad in Matilda. That guy was a stone cold fox. Danny DeVito.
The Penguin as played by Danny DeVito.
That guy who plays Frank Reynolds.
Dr. Mantis Toboggan.
I can't relate to all of the Danny DeVito responses. For me, it's Matilda's dad. Every time.
And I thought I was the only one whom Danny DeVito did this to. Shucks.
Danny DeVito.
All these fucking sheep idiots here saying Danny DeVito makes me sick. Have some respect, his name is Daniel Michael DeVito Jr.
The nice lad who offered me an egg in this trying time.
Scarlett Joe, I mean Danny DeVito.
What the fuck is going on here? Why isn't everyone answering Danny DeVito?
The Warthog aka Frank Reynolds, also known as Danny DeVito.
Ryan Reynolds. No wait, I meant Frank.
Based on the data presented, it appears that Danny DeVito is the sexiest man alive. Edit. Wow, this blew up. I didn't expect this to get so many likes. I never expected to get this many upvotes ever in my life. I honestly can't believe how popular this whole thing got. As I speak, there are news reporters outside my house. Every night a strange man follows me home and breathes in my ear and tells me how funny the post is. Oh God, oh fuck, I live in fear for my life on a day-to-day basis. I've never truly experienced being popular before. When I was young I was diagnosed with stage 4 ass cancer and all the boys in the locker room would make fun of my abnormally large ass by spanking me repeatedly. Rip my inbox. Edit 2, since I am now Reddit famous, please send feet pics of your daughter. R. Copypasta sends their regards.
I can't believe nobody has said Danny DeVito yet.
Danny DeVito.
Honestly, Danny DeVito.
The short THICC dude that plays Penguin in the Michael Keaton's Batman.
That one stripper that Monica and Rachel hired for Phoebe's bachelorette party.
I'd go with Jennifer Lawrence if she cut off her legs at the kneecaps, got a sex change operation, and had plastic surgery to look exactly like Danny DeVito.
The hot twin, of course. The DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Man, you all are wrong, it's the art critic Ongo Gablosian.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Gotta be Arnold Schwarzenegger's twin.
I'm a little older than most Redditors, so bear with me. There's this mid-80s movie starring Kathleen Turner called Romancing the Stone. At the start of the film, she's this naive and timid romance author who travels to South America to find her sister, who's been kidnapped by bad guys who think she has a treasure map. As the film progresses, she loosens up, lets down her hair, gains confidence, and finds love in the arms of a rough but charming character played by Michael Douglas. But the best part, one of the bad guys is played by Danny DeVito, and I get a raging Woody every scene he's in.
Mila Kunis is second on my list, just behind Danny DeVito. This is actually one of the most hilarious things I've seen on Reddit in a while. I bet Danny DeVito would love it.
Who else but Danny DeVito? So anyways, I started blasting moans.
Danny DeVito. But the taxi years.
It's a tough three-way split between Jessica Alba, Natalie Portman and Danny DeVito. But if I had to choose, probably Danny DeVito.
Haven't read all the answers, so don't know if posted. Danny DeVito.
That short guy from the show Taxi.
Sophie Rundle. Edit, I spelled Danny DeVito wrong.
That one person who played the Lorax.
There was this guy on this TV show that was set in Philadelphia. One time he played a wrestler named the Trash Man.
Can't remember his name, the guy who played the small twin in Twins.
I'd have to say that it's probably Jenna Fisher's co-star in the 2009 romantic comedy Solitary Man, Daniel DeVito.
Somebody better send this thread to Danny DeVito. The satyr Phil from Disney's Hercules.
Danny DeVito owns my spank bank.
Dr. Mantis Toboggan. Edit, thanks for the gold and silver, kind strangers.
Donkey-brained frog boy.
I'm surprised no one has mentioned Danny DeVito yet.
Gal Gadot, but only if I squint my eyes, because then she looks like Danny DeVito.
Double D's always get me going. Danny DeVito, that is.
Michael Keaton's nemesis. I don't know his name, but holy shit, he played an evil cold weather bird and it just made me hot.
Danny DeVito without a doubt.
The sight of Danny DeVito causes me to shoot a hole through my jeans.
Morena Baccarin, but only when cosplaying Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Otiv D. Wina D.
Everyone in here is saying Danny DeVito, but what about the guy that played Phil in Hercules?
Now this is why the serious tag exists. But I'd still definitely get hard any time looking at Danny DeVito.
The troll from The Nightman Cometh.
Quickest boner, Danny DeVito. Biggest boner, also Danny DeVito.
I'm gonna say Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
I know that this is meant to be a silly thread, but I'm going to give a real answer. After seeing Get Shorty, the sexy performance from Danny DeVito will always turn me on.
Drew Barrymore, Anna Kendrick, Nicole Kidman, Nick Jonas, Yvonne Strahovski. Dwayne Johnson, Emilia Clarke, Vin Diesel, Isla Fisher, Terry Crews, Olivia Wilde.
Kim Kardashian. He's the guy who plays the Lorax, right?
Danny DeVito.
That guy that directed Matilda.
Daniel DeVito. In my dirty dream he is formal.
Danny DeVito specifically as Ongo Geblogen, the art collector.
It's a tie between handsome Squidward and Danny DeVito.
Arnie's twin brother in that film about twins. I think his name's Danny DeVito.
Quickest, probably Danny DeVito. Strongest, though, well that's also Danny DeVito.
Must be Danny DeVito.
Pamela Anderson. No, who am I kidding, it's Danny DeVito.
It's the guy from So Anyways I Started Blasting meme. He's cute. Less than 3.
Over 100 comments and not one person has mentioned Danny DeVito. I'm ashamed of all of you. Once I look at Danny DeVito I go from 6 to midnight.
The only celebrity that comes to mind is Danny DeVito.
I forget his name, but he was the bad guy in Lethal Weapon 5.
Consider subscribing.